I'm Anthony Walker, and here's today's Bible story, the real Christmas story. In a world saturated with the mind of consumerism, where the shimmer of material desires often overshadows the depth of true meaning, there lies a story that transcends time and culture. This narrative, ancient yet ever relevant, slices through the noise of our daily lives, reaching into the core of our existence. It's not merely a tale of birth. It is the unfolding of a divine prophecy, a story that bridges the chasm of time to connect us to a humble stable in Bethlehem. There, under the cover of a starlit night, a baby was born, and with his first cry, a promise echoed through the centuries, a promise prophetically voiced by Isaiah. The prophet Isaiah, with divine insight, proclaimed the coming of a child born of a virgin, who would be named Emmanuel, meaning God with us. This prophecy was not simply a prediction of future events, but a ray of hope piercing through the darkness of human despair. It foretold the arrival of a Messiah who would bear the weight of governance on his shoulders, a figure known as Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, and Prince of Peace. This child was destined to be a beacon in our darkness, a guide for the lost, a redeemer for souls burdened by life's trials. Transport yourself to a small, bustling town named Bethlehem, swelled with the influx of people due to a Roman census. Among this crowd, a young couple, Mary and Joseph. Exhausted from their journey, they sought refuge. Mary, a young virgin woman, a vessel chosen to carry the baby Jesus, the fulfillment of ancient prophecy, gave birth in the most modest of places. In this unassuming locale, the sacred touched the mundane, the eternal intertwined with the temporal, the long-awaited prophecy come to fruition. Yet in the shadows lurked King Herod, fearful of the prophecy and determined to prevent its fulfillment. His heart, darkened by power and paranoia, could not fathom the advent of a new king, one foretold to bring salvation and hope. Herod's cunning mind devised a scheme to locate the newborn king under the guise of reverence, seeking to snuff out the light that had come into the world. So he sent wise men to try to find him. Their journey, laden with significance, led them to Bethlehem, where they would pay homage to the one whose birth altered the course of history. The gifts they brought: gold symbolizing kingship, frankincense indicating divinity, and myrrh foreshadowing death, were not just treasures, but profound symbols of the identity and destiny of this newborn king. The birth of Jesus was not celebrated in grand halls or among the mighty, but was announced to shepherds in the fields. Heavenly messengers broke through the veil of night, declaring to these humble men, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all the people. Today in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is the Messiah, the Lord." Compelled by this heavenly proclamation, the shepherds journeyed to witness this marvel, finding the newborn Christ lying in a manger, just as the angels foretold. This pivotal event is the essence of our lives today. The birth of Jesus demands us to rise above the cacophony of commercialism, the allure of fleeting pleasures, and the relentless pursuit of material possessions. It beckons us to remember the true spirit of Christmas, a time to meditate on the gift of salvation, the manifestation of the divine presence among us. This story is an invitation to embrace the sovereignty of Christ, to acknowledge in this humble birth the dawn of our redemption and the emergence of a path to authentic peace and joy. As we remember this narrative, let us also remember the words of the Apostle John, who wrote, "The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory, the glory of the one and only Son, who came from the Father, full of grace and truth." This powerful declaration encapsulates the essence of the Christmas story, the incarnation of the divine, bringing grace and truth into our world. Therefore, as we engage in the festive traditions of this season, let us do so with a renewed perspective, focusing on the true meaning of Christmas. Let us celebrate not just with gifts and decorations, but with hearts overflowing with gratitude for the gift of Jesus Christ, the fulfillment of God's promises, and the embodiment of hope for all humanity. Let this Christmas be a time of reflection, celebration, and transformation as we embrace the life and love brought to us through the birth of Jesus, our Savior and Lord. Let us not be concerned about the gifts under the tree, but rather the Son of God who died on a tree on Calvary and who offers the gift of salvation to all. Merry Christmas from all of us at Fearless, and have a happy New Year.